Wow, hello, good morning. It's Monday, people. It's Monday.
Yes, indeed. We know how Mondays can be, but hey, we are excited here, and we hope that we are going to be transmitting some of that excitement to you. And guess we need to let you guys know that this is going to be a very special one, as it is the start of the penultimate week to the year. 2021.
That word always drives me nuts.
Yeah,
though.
it's the one before the last.
The one before the last.
Yeah.
Couldn't we just say the one before the last?
No, it's not.
Penultimate. Okay. You know what? Mondays remain the best opportunity to set those targets for the week and work towards them. But this is even better because you can set targets for what the beginning of next year is going to be like.
Exactly.
You should take a swing at life. Yeah? Just try.
Yes. Now, we remain your loyal friends here with a splash of, well, let's say, savagery.
That was why you did this to me.
I'm sorry. It's all good. Hey, we're not the only ones who are excited to be starting this week out here. Of course, we have Mr. Mike, Mr. Keno in a monkey jacket.
Yep.
I love that color on you, Mike.
And
Ignore him, please.
The week before the penultimate week is the anti-penultimate week.
Yeah.
So yes,
anti-penultimate.
It's great to be here Monday morning, and what a weekend! What a weekend! Titi, you're going to tell us you've started your dirty December.
Before. But I have a vacuum cleaner called Wake Up Nigeria that makes it less, because you have to wake up early in the morning. You cannot be as dirty as you want. Let's make sure that you have access to everything you need this morning, especially since now it's as clear as day that we can process all our dreams and they can come true.
Absolutely. Now, we intend as much as possible to lift your spirits high, make every single moment here worth your while. My name is Vladimir Yumbo.
And I'm Titilayo Oyin. So remember, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. Please be a part of this show, and a big shout out to our e-community, by the way.
And remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere you might be across the world. All you need to do is download our mobile app, which you can do on iOS and, of course, on Google Play Store.
Please follow us. All social media handles are the same at TVC Connect, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We have them all lined up for you, and all the information that you need about the show is right there as well.
Yes, indeed. Now let's let you guys know what we have coming up for you for a Monday edition here inside of Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah?
Vladimir Yumbo is an oil and gas executive entrepreneur, pastor and also founder of the youth empowerment platform Crosspoint Innovate. Now, he is passionate about youth empowerment, especially at the time that we find ourselves now when youth feel disenfranchised. He joins us for motivation.
All right, guys.
Welcome for a Monday edition here.
It's beginning to feel like Christmas.
I mean, I felt the Harmattan earlier last week, and
it kicked in on Friday.
It's better than last year. Last year we didn't have Harmattan during Christmas.
It's better, so you enjoy the Harmattan.
Well, the dust minus the dust and all that, but yes, the Harmattan feel. Come on, man, this place is too hot. We need as much as we can.
If you enjoy this, then you don't want to be in the north, or maybe you do want to be in the north, because I think this is the best time to actually be in the north. It's cooler. However, it's dustier. It's so windy, and I can't wait to actually be in the north. So I'm going to be embarking on another tour to the north come January because I want to experience this weather.
This weather there.
It's beautiful, actually. Everybody in the north who's seeing us from the north, I'm sure you guys are not loving it. But I'm a pilgrim. I'm a tourist. I love it. I'm going to come join you guys very soon.
We know. But you got to see the Spider-Man movie, right?
Yeah, we'll talk a bit about that just before we start watching it. We'll see a little bit of a trailer. But it was so at one particular point, I was watching it in IMAX 3D, and I had to take off the glass and wait, are you tearing up?
Why? For real?
I had mass today. You know, it was... I never cry. I've had some very terrible things. I feel I never cry. I almost did. They played with your emotions, man. I've never seen that in a movie. It's not all this.
So you see the reason why I said I couldn't spoil it.
They played with your emotions. No, do you know how they spoiled it for me and I still felt that?
Take it easy, Mike. I can imagine. Wow.
And then, well, hey, I got to see Tiwa Savage on stage
I saw your videos.
Friday. And that was really great. So yeah, December has gotten off to a great start.
It has.
We'll be taking a look at what the weather is like, whether the Harmattan haze is hazier than we think.
Stay tuned. Welcome for a Monday edition here for Wake Up Nigeria. We start with the news. My name is Mazino. Now, in Kaduna State, where the death toll from Sunday's attacks on communities in Giwa local government area has risen to 38. The State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, released a second statement on Sunday confirming the death toll increase after earlier reports of 20 casualties. The 3 villages involved in the attack are Kuranfara, Marke, and Reheya. Gunmen were said to have invaded the villages between Saturday and Sunday morning and opened fire on the residents. Several houses, trucks, and also cars were also burnt, along with agricultural produce at various farms. Following the recent military operations sustained in the eastern axis of Sokoto State, Governor Aminu Tambuwal has commended security agencies for successes recorded in engaging bandits, particularly in the eastern flank bordering Zamfara State and Niger Republic. He also applauded the synergy and cooperation all the agencies have exhibited so far, urging them to continue to work closely with each other in tackling the challenges the state is faced with. The governor reassured the administration, or rather his administration, unwavering commitments to continue to partner all security agencies in the task of re-establishing of peace in Sokoto State and the country at large. And now the police in Delta State have dispelled rumors that the traditional ruler of Okpanam in Oshimili North local government area, Michael Banefo Ogbulu, was abducted. The people and chief of the kingdom are apprehensive of the whereabouts of their traditional ruler, who last attended church service yesterday morning but never returned home to his palace. The police public relations officer, Edafe Bright, says the royal father was arrested by the operators of the Force Headquarters Criminal Investigation Department and not abducted, as insinuated by the people of Okpanam.
We woke up this morning and discovered that our traditional ruler had been adopted at the Okpanam roundabout when he was coming back from church service this morning. He went for 6 o'clock service, closed at about 8. As he was driving, he was blocked at the Okpanam roundabout and dragged out and put inside a Sienna car, and they zoomed off. So up till now, we've not heard from him. But there are some information that came that said police, this and that. If it is a police arrest, police will have served him with police invitation.
We're searching for him and we want him back as soon as possible. We know of the incessant kidnappings and killings of monarchs recently in Imo State and various other states. We don't want this to happen.
Rumor has it that.
And that's as much as we can take for the start of the show inside of the news. Let's do sports now with Mike Mesicano.
Thank you so much for that one. Those routines look tough, didn't they? Okay, so we're heading straight into the headlines on the dailies this morning. Today is Monday, December 20th, 2021. The year is wrapping up really fast, right? Daily Independent has this headline: experts warn federal government against increasing taxes, tariffs in 2022, say it will hurt businesses, increase unemployment. Ask federal government to widen tax net to capture untaxed endeavors. Right at the top there, it says, we are in a war situation in Nigeria, are you? That's the PDP chairman says there. It says, unity, existence of Nigeria threatened under Buhari. It says here, Osun 2022, Aregbesol's loyalists vow to unseat Governor Oyetola, and the story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 5. We have another one here. It says 2023, Vaughn, that's Voice of Nigeria, DG, urges Tinubu to shelve presidential ambition. Page 3 has more on that. APC Caretaker Committee meets today, may shift convention date, and Governor Ibri says, former Governor Ibri, says any shift will spell doom for the party. Stop prosecuting prominent Niger Deltans, Pandef tells EFCC. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Independent. We also have the Daily Trust with us as well. It says here, electoral bill, Buhari snubs National Assembly, declines assent. Airfares may rise as new aviation handling rates begin January 1st. And it says here, let me take this one. It says, court jails police inspector 5 years for fraud. abroad as Ogun couple apparently sells a 1-month-old for 50,000 naira. Really sad one there. Well, at that point, I think we should wrap it up on the covers of the papers this morning. We have a few facts that you might be interested in.
Okay.
Wow.
I just saw someone that looks like his elder sister and his daughter.
Yeah, looks like, exactly.
He's spooked in a good way.
Oh, wow. Don't let anything spook you, not this Christmas.
Yeah, one of the things we've been giving out, Titi mentioned about the Spider-Man movie. You might want to go check it out at the Genesis Cinema. We've been giving out tickets. We'll still give out tickets to go check out. But let's take a look at the offering that Genesis Cinema have for us this Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, trust me, some of these movies that you're seeing right now are worth it, especially that one.
Hey, and then there's Aki Apopo as well.
Yes, Aki Apopo had a premiere 2 weeks ago, and then AY, the Christmas in Miami movie, that premiered yesterday.
Congratulations to everybody who's won so far for our 12 days of Christmas. This is part of what you're going to get to enjoy as well. The tickets are all for you and your family. Plus, if you are a big Matrix fan, Matrix is coming out this week. Matrix 4, I can't wait. I'm pumped. I haven't seen any of the new movies. I'm waiting to do all of them. All of them.
Binge watch.
A marathon.
I don't know if we have the sound, we can get to hear that now. Okay, let's feel that trailer from Genesis here.
So many movies, so little time.
Yeah,
but after the movies,
we have to move. Yes,
you have to cook. And in order to cook, you need the freshest, the best ingredients ever. And a big shout out to our friends at Smooth Farmers Market, who are giving away a 10,000 naira voucher today that you can spend right there. They're not too far from us here in Magodo. And everything you need for a great meal this Christmas is in that voucher. So if you want to win, stay online with us.
Real quick, just wanted to touch on this before we go on another segment. Do you guys remember the lady from last week, the military officer who was proposed to by a corps member? Congratulations to them, yay, but not so much. This is because, I think, what do you call it, court-martialed? I don't know. But she was detained by the military for breaking a couple of military rules. And there is actually a detailed list of all the
rules that were broken.
Fraternizing while on official duty, as she was actually on duty. A personnel must have served for 3 years before you can qualify for marriage. I didn't know that one. She disobeyed the Armed Forces of Nigeria standing guidelines and directed for the use of social media. You're not supposed to actually broadcast, especially when you're in uniform. If you remember, Kuta Abiola, the naval officer, who was also a comedian, was also detained for the same thing. He was only released on the 13th of December. Indulging in romance while in uniform, she was seen kissing her.
Exactly.
Way.
When I saw that, I was like, that's it.
And then also,
there are a lot of rules,
it seemed like she was grooming. Like, look, you are there for work. He's there for work. You're supposed to be. He breaks the whole code of everything. It didn't seem right from the time I saw it.
According to the army, she took advantage of him.
Exactly.
That's
how it should
seem. Yes. Because you are there, you're seen as some sort of you're a trainer.
Superior.
You're a superior officer. Actually, because on the normal day, some countries would take it as though you're serving the military, you're serving the country in the military. So that's a superior officer.
Exactly. And they also made a point to note that imagine if this was the other way around. If this was a male military officer, what would be the preference for social preference now? So all of these things were to be considered.
I think they are right to call her out. Now, whatever the punishment might be, I'm hoping they'll be a little lenient on it. But they had to call it out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They did have to.
In any case, congratulations to them, but then don't serve the court martial.
It might not go ahead, man.
Let's do a break. We'll be back inside of Wake Up Nigeria.
Staying with us this morning on Motivation. This is something that quite excites me and at the same time makes me pensive. We have Vladimir Yumbo, an oil and gas executive entrepreneur, a pastor, and founder of the youth empowerment platform, Crosspoint Innovate. He is passionate about youth empowerment, especially at this time when youth feel disenfranchised. And this morning, we're talking about setting goals for the new year and all of that. That is something that, a lot of people, they've gotten tired of. It seems cliche, like resolutions, almost like a cycle and all of that. How do you break that? Is it maybe a jinx or something and actually set goals and get to achieve them?
Well, thanks again for having me. First of all, like you just said, goal setting every year or at the beginning of every year is something everybody preaches about, but eventually people don't get to, achieve those goals, and it's almost like a cycle all over again. But I think for what is what, it's good to critically analyze what causes us not to achieve those goals. And mostly is as a result of certain negative emotions, right? What is still key is to realize that goal setting is the master art of success. You must have, all successful people have intensified goal setting and mindsets, because your mind needs a focus. Because once your mind has a focus, then your potentials are activated towards that focus. So your mind will always need a focus. Without goals, you will just drift away in the wind of life. So goals are very important. It's still good to know that they are important, but we must be careful about setting negative emotions that steal that drive, and stop us from achieving our goals.
Negative emotions that steal that. Now, let's talk about the goal setting itself. How do you set goals? You know, some people talk about not setting too big goals. Maybe you should set goals in smaller goals that you can achieve and all of that. How exactly would you say when it comes to goals? How do you set goals? Should you set things that will make you strive, you know, extra, and which is where many people fail, because maybe when they try a bit and then they can't hit it, they say, okay, let me wait till next year and all of that.
Well, I mean, the first thing is that, you know, goal setting and a vision is given to man to get you to your preferred future in spite of current circumstances, right? So it's an ability in man God has given man, I believe, to bring about your potentials. So yes, for various people, different goals and different criteria, but all in all, you just have to look at some of the things you are passionate about and the things that you've always looked forward to, and use that as a means to, you know, begin to strategize on certain goals that are really personal.
Now, when you do fall once in a while, as you probably would, how do you get back up? Because that's where there's already a problem. I'm like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I failed, or I didn't get to hit it this month. How do I get back? How do I overcome that negative emotion which you spoke about, which has come? How do you overcome it and get back on track?
That's very, very important. So the first thing is that you have to really identify negative emotions. Some people just feel, you know, it's happening to me. They don't even identify it. They can't differentiate it. So you must be able to identify that these emotions are negative, and they are actually causing me, they might actually cause me an eventual harm in terms of achieving my goals. So one of the things that you do to manage some of the negative emotions is the law of substitution. So two emotions, or you can't think about positive thoughts and negative thoughts at the same time. Your mind can hold both of them. So what you do is that when you're having those negative emotions, try and substitute them with some positive thoughts.
Irrespective of the circumstances?
Yes.
Now, how do you manage it when the circumstances don't feel so nice, when the situations are not optimal? And then, you know, most of the time the emotions come from, maybe you look at it, hey, this is not happening, this is not happening. Irrespective of circumstances, how do you put positive thoughts when the circumstances don't align?
That's a very good one. So your mind is very powerful, right? Your mind will control your body. Your mind will be able to reflect certain things. So in spite of what you are physically experiencing, your mind has a way of giving you a different perspective to be able to maneuver through what you're physically experiencing, because and the truth is that in spite of what you're experiencing, there is still a part of positivity that still exists. So your mind could help you.
So your mind is, everything happens in the mind. And you know, that's what people talk about. How do you master the mind? You know, we talk about how the battlefield, if you can win in your mind, then you can win somewhere else. How do you train your mind to be that strong? Because it takes some training.
Well, first of all, what your mind, the content of your mind will be determined by what you are exposed to, right? So exposing yourself to right knowledge, exposing yourself to right relationships will eventually train your mind to become what you want your mind to become. So you have to stretch it by being intentional about it.
Being intentional. In this day of social media where people, content just hits you right back, forward, center, and all of that, people do have challenges, you know, curtailing maybe their feed and how to get information or restrict information in this age of social media. How do young ones, how can they, especially I'm making a reference to social media, how do they find a way to tame their mind or to ensure that they get the right information into
their mind? So it's discipline. But sometimes I know it's very difficult to be disciplined in the first place. If they could achieve it, then they would have done it. But sometimes when you understand the potential of the mind and the capacity it has to play or it can bring about in your life, and the positivity it can bring about in your life, then you put much more value. I'll say that when there is a vision, sacrifice can become bearable. So when you understand the power of what your mind can really do for you, then to get a discipline or to put out a disciplined life towards protecting your mind will become achievable, because you now know the value of what your mind can actually do for you. So a thought or a thinking pattern, you can't touch it as compared to other things, but it still has a lot of effects on your life. So when you understand the effect it has, then you can put the discipline into it that is required to
all right, then talking about circle and, you know, when you talk about people you are around, you know, how does your company, how does it affect you when it comes to setting those goals and, you know, training your mind? Physical company, now we've spoken about social media. How does physical company, where should you be? Where should you not be? Who should you be around?
That's right.
With who should you not be seen with or be around? Yeah,
there are some people that you know that you shouldn't be around with, obviously, because those negative emotions rise more when you are with them.
Okay, so you need to, when you relate with people, you need to watch what rises up within you, the kind of emotions that happen. Yeah?
That's right. So you need to identify it and limit it as much as possible, and move around people that trigger those positive emotions and trigger you to look into, you know, all the goals and setting mindset that you have already created initially.
All right. Finally, how do we, after setting the goals, how do you measure yourself? How do you know, you know, measurement? I know. Yeah. How do you know that you've hit where you're supposed to hit? How do you measure your goals when you've set them? How do you measure them?
Yeah. So I mean, once you've set goals, then you need to obviously measure them, right? So measuring them will be personal, depending on it. Yeah. But you should, as much as possible, understand that there are various, once you do well, appreciate yourself, and take it a step further to say, okay, I'll do better next time. But whatever you achieve, you should still give yourself a pat on the back.
All right, thank you so much. Any final words, you know, on all of this? You have any final words?
Well, just still move ahead with your goal setting and dream big, in spite of what you, the failures and all that. Still have a goal setting mindset. And it's still very, very good to set goals.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you all through, and we'll still get to see you one more time. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, okay, that's it. Let's head over now. Kitty, of course, is in the kitchen. She has a goal to ensure that breakfast is ready in time. Titi, how are you? Have you set that goal? Are you going to hit that target for breakfast this morning?
You know me, I'm dynamite like that. It's a Monday, meaning we have an amazing chef in the studio with us today. Chef Ibil is here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good morning,
I keep calling you Ibil, but I know it's Ibel.
Sure, you got it right now.
Ibel, Ibil. It's spelled Ibil.
Ibel.
Ibel.
I-B-E-double-L-E.
Oh, double L, not double E. Okay, I get you. Yeah. I'm honestly already losing it based on the ingredients that are right here in front of me. This is going to be a flavorful, aromatic meal today.
Sure.
And it's called Chef Ibel's.
Coconut rice.
Chef Ibel's special.
Yes,
rice. Yeah.
my signature coconut rice.
So you're going to tell us the entire secret so we can make it this Christmas, right?
Okay. Yeah, we have our ingredients here. We have our goat meat and shrimps in there.
Wait, shrimps and goat meat together?
No, they were actually not together.
Okay.
I seasoned them separately, but
you put them all together?
Together here.
Okay.
We have our coconut oil just to stir fry the goat meat. We have our crayfish.
Okay.
We have a seasoning. We have a dry fish. We have a fillet of stockfish.
So this dry fish you're talking about, this is ejalson, right?
What's that?
Oh, okay. So I just know it as one of the many things on the list of things they gave my husband to bring.
Okay, just
when he wanted to marry me. Okay. And the special number, but it's actually quite hard to get.
They call it asa, but I don't know what's the same thing with eja, so I wouldn't know that.
Okay, so it's not easy to get this type in the market, just like that.
No, it isn't, and it's bloody expensive.
That's why they put it on the list for wedding. That's why. That's why it's
very
there.
correct. We have our
carrot
just to garnish it.
Okay.
You can do without that. Then that's it. We have our salt and pepper.
This your salt has a different color, my sister.
It's a pink salt.
Pink salt.
It's laced in iodine.
Say again?
It's a pink salt.
What makes it pink?
It's gotten from the Himalayan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's healthier than the normal salt.
Himalayan salt.
Sure.
Okay, I guess we will be tasting this salt soon enough. And of course, the main ingredient.
It's the rice.
Yeah. Any special type of rice here?
You can use any one.
Okay.
It's just normal rice.
Okay, but this has been parboiled.
It's been parboiled so that we don't waste so much time.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, so you've got your ingredients list there. Let's start with the goat meat and shrimp. We have crayfish, coconut oil, coconut milk. We also have spice. We have dry fish, and this is
stockfish.
Stockfish.
Fillets,
dry?
yes.
Okay. Plus Himalayan salt and dried pepper. Plus, of course,
coconut milk.
The rice.
Okay.
All right,
because
let's get
of time,
to work.
I would have liked to stir fry this a little bit, but we can do without frying it. So what do? We start by boiling our coconut milk.
Okay.
So that's what we do first.
All right.
Pour this in.
Coconut milk goes straight onto the heat?
Yes.
Do we cover it or do we leave it open?
Cover it, allow it to simmer.
Okay.
When it does simmer.
What goes into it after that?
We add this, but I need to get it washed.
Oh, okay, yes.
And we add our crayfish as well.
So can I add the crayfish?
Please go ahead.
Is it everything?
Go ahead, yes.
All right.
And add my...
Spice.
You are my assistant chef for today.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind
so
at
let
all.
me quickly wash this off.
So I need a limit on this crayfish.
Go ahead, add everything.
Everything? Okay,
yes,
that's a lot of crayfish.
It makes it taste better.
That's a lot of crayfish, though. But you're boiling it down. You're not adding it after the fact. So I guess some of the flavors would have dissipated by then, or maybe infused even more.
Don't stir.
Don't stir? Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Better to stir itself.
So how much of the spice am I adding in?
That's about three cubes.
3?
Add everything.
I should add everything?
Yeah.
All right. Chef Ibel is putting me to work today.
Okay.
Okay. So the stockfish goes in.
Fillets.
So potentially how long are the fillets going to stay?
Let's just simmer. When it simmers, because that meat is already parboiled.
Okay.
I would have liked to add it, but I'll add the stock to that.
All right. So the stock of the goat meat.
It goes in there.
Okay. So
let's see how do we manage that? Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some of that in there.
You seem to be better than I.
No, it's just experience.
Okay. So much experience in the kitchen. Thank you.
Got you.
All right. So while I'm washing this fish,
we have to wrap it up, I'm afraid, because we have a quick break to attend to.
Very last thing.
What's the last thing going in?
The carrots.
The carrots. That's for garnishing.
That's just for garnishing.
Beautiful.
So,
all right.
Cover the pot, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
While I'm getting schooled here in the kitchen, you need to stay right there. A few messages for you to see, and then we'll be back.
Welcome to another Monday on the Big Game, the review show. And of course, you know what we do? We talk through all the games that happened over the weekend. A very, very controversial weekend, very interesting weekend. A lot of games were cancelled. 5 games cancelled, of course, due to the COVID scare, or not the scare now, the COVID situation in the UK. But then, come on, 3 games went ahead. Yesterday was quite an interesting one. You can call in to be a part of this. The numbers to call in 0812-705-3687, 0913-907-6948. Let's talk. We'll kick off with Liverpool up against Tottenham. Antonio Conte is unbeaten in the Premier League, and he went up against Jurgen Klopp. It was a banger in many ways. But referee Tierney Paul, an inconsistency in the EPL. I can't wrap my head around it. VAR is there for a reason. Wonderful, wonderful innovation when it comes to the world of football. But referees and the way they use the assistant referee technology really brings a lot to mind and a lot to think about. Harry Kane, of course, got in a goal there after a long while. He scored that goal, but then his tackle on Andy Robertson should have been a penalty. Of course, this was that goal there by Harry Kane. Wonderful performance, of course, from Tottenham. Liverpool with a very high line. A lot of missed chances, I must say. Alisson was the best of both worlds. He was excellent as well as frustrating at the same time. But hey, come on. It was a good match for neutrals. If you are a neutral, it was an excellent one. But as a Tottenham or a Liverpool fan, this one should have really, really scared you, you know. But hey, it was 2-2. It ended. Diogo Jota with that second goal. I mean, how does this man have that kind of a jump power? Let's talk about all of this. 0812-705-3687, 0913-907-6948. You see the numbers, yeah, that you can see them across your screen and all over. Call in and let's talk about whatever match you want to talk about. Femi's on the line. Femi, right here, Lagos. Hello, Femi. Good morning.
Yeah, fine. Good morning.
How are you doing, Femi? Good morning.
Rest of the season.
Yeah, hello, Femi. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yes, actually, this England FA, they are so biased. Why would they leave Hurricane on that pitch when they want to have a point blank? Because is it because he's an English man captain?
So
now,
I mean,
him and Maguire, they always get away with things like this. I think the FA and the VAR should look into this issue very well, because that challenge was a critically and wicked challenge, if I may use that language.
I feel you, Femi. It was quite annoying, even for a neutral. The integrity of the game was put in doubt there. If you were going to use VAR, Andrew Robertson got a red card, you had to go check the VAR. Why didn't you go with Harry Kane? But then Ajibola is on the line. Hello, Ajibola. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
All right, let's talk about the weekend. But let's kick off with Liverpool thoughts now. What do you think about VAR in the EPL? The inconsistency and all of that. What do you think about that?
Come again, please.
What do you think about VAR and its inconsistencies in the EPL? Looking at Liverpool versus Tottenham match, Tottenham versus Liverpool yesterday.
Yeah, you can say it's quite biased. We don't know. We really don't know what is going on. We can't say for certain what those officials are looking at that, because this week will give you a different thing and the next week you get a different stuff. But that's not why I called. I called because I just want to sum up what is happening in the week. And more or less, okay, we are now sure that Liverpool has we all thought to do.
All right.
Okay, so that's one. And
okay.
Yeah, because when you look at the game, and another thing is that Conte is actually a very good coach, because you can see from the formation, the 3-5 formation actually brought.
Okay, Ajibola, please, if you can call back. Your line is a bit muffled. We'll get back to you, please, if you can call back. We have Sixtus on the line. Sixtus, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing, my man? How are you doing, my man?
I'm good. You are doing a great job.
Thank you, sir. Let's talk about the weekend. What did you feel about that VAR and inconsistency, Liverpool, Tottenham?
Concerning the sports program that you are enlightening. I did not watch the match, but you know your program now of bringing us this sport. You are making people that did not watch the game throughout the weekend make us updated. So I just call it to tell you that you are doing a great job now.
Thank you, Sixtus. Thank you, Sixtus. Okay, just watch now and you get to see that. We just showed that. Now let's look at that decision. Of course, there was a red card for Andrew Robertson. Quite a very, very controversial there. Should Robertson have, should he have been given a red card? Diogo Jota was pushed in the back. Should that have been a penalty? A lot of questions remaining to be answered. I think that the EPL really has to step up when it comes to consistency, because the integrity of the game is put in doubt whenever things like this happen over time. Let's move away to another match now. It was Manchester City, of course, against Newcastle. Nobody expected anything less. 4-0 win for them. Pep Guardiola is flying high. 8 straight wins, and that is how it happens. Top of the table, 4 points ahead of Liverpool, 6 points ahead of Chelsea. Of course, both of them dropped points this weekend. Manchester City are flying high. Newcastle are the most expensive. I mean, they have the most, the richest owners in world football. And they probably, now this is me giving my prediction, they probably will play championship football next season. The richest club in world football will be in the championship next season based on this. I cannot see what January transfer window can do to this team. And this is why I say so. How many players would want to come? Because, I mean, and then even if they come, you don't have to take time to blend them together. Newcastle are not doing enough. They have some quality to maybe go into mid-table or maybe the lower rungs or the higher rungs of the second part of the table, but they are doing so badly. At Manchester City, no one can doubt the quality on their bench, the quality of players that they have at their disposal. Pep Guardiola has been hailed a genius in some quarters. Some people don't feel so. They call him Fraudiola. What do you think about that? Well, he has all the quality, he has all that it takes, and his players, Riyad Mahrez, of course, making it happen. Algeria, they're looking superb, getting ready for AFCON. What do you think about all of that? Taiwo is on the line. Hello, Taiwo. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Taiwo?
I'm fine.
All right, talk to me. What are your thoughts on the games over the weekend?
Actually, I love the game. The red card they give my player. The red card is not supposed to be.
I am with you on that one. Andrew Robertson should still have been on that pitch. But even if that was a red card, how about the one with Harry Kane? Why did the referee go check the VAR for Andrew Robertson, and why didn't he check it when he had to do it with Harry Kane?
Actually, that referee is doing selfishness. And hello.
Oh yeah, Taiwo, go ahead. You're on. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe we had some issues there, Taiwo. You can still call back. But yeah, it was Manchester City 4 against Newcastle. The final match, of course, just before that was yesterday, but prior to that one, it was Arsenal. Arsenal are flying high. Of course, they had Leeds to take on. Arsenal did quite well. Mikel Arteta, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang seems he might not be missed. Now, Aubameyang is training on his own. He's training on his own, and it seems as though it might be the same situation with Mesut. Before we go on to talk about Chelsea against Wolves, Joel is on the line. Hello, Joel. Good morning. Joel, good morning.
That red card of Robesi, actually a red card to me.
Okay. Very valid. Could have been a red card, but how about the tackle, Harry Kane on Andrew Robertson?
Harry Kane on, yes, it's a red card too.
And, the problem is that the referee didn't go to check VAR. Shouldn't he have gone at least to check it, to verify? Why did he decide to check for Andy Robertson and he didn't check for Harry Kane?
That is English for you sometimes. And that match is a very tough one. So the two sides play well. I think Tottenham even deserve the win.
All right. Okay. Well, yes, in some ways, because they had quite a lot of chances to tie up that match, of course. Yes. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joel. Let's take a look at Chelsea match against Wolves. Chelsea, of course. Now, Chelsea asked for this match to be postponed. But then there are just so many matches that have been postponed over this period, and it could affect the integrity of the game when some teams look at Tottenham have 3 matches in hand. When are they going to play all that matches? They asked for the match to be postponed. The EPL said no, and the match went ahead. It was a goalless draw. Wolves have, when it comes to defense, Wolves have actually tightened their game, and Chelsea, of course, could not break that particular defense. It was a goalless draw for them. Dropping points again, 6 points gap between Chelsea and Manchester City. We're expecting Chelsea to do, with the signing of Romelu Lukaku, we're expecting Chelsea to push Manchester City all the way and give them some battle. But it seems like Manchester City might just be running away with the title this time. Well, it was a goalless draw. There was no goal to talk about. Of course, there was one for Wolves that was ruled out for an offside call. But then it was Chelsea who were unable to get any points. Taiwo is on the line. Hello, Taiwo. Hello, Taiwo. Go ahead. Go ahead, Taiwo. Talk to me.
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead, Taiwo. Talk to me.
Concerning the red card, concerning the Robinson.
Yes.
The red card is unfair. You understand? So, I don't like the referee.
Yes, that's Paul Tierney. That was the referee. I think that whatever criticism might come Paul Tierney's way is well worth it. Thank you so much, Taiwo. Thank you for calling. It was great having you. Well, I must say that the FA, if I had the opportunity to tell them, they should please have to look at that particular match, and there should be some sort of, should I say, they should look into the match. Paul Tierney should have some questions to answer. That's what I think about all of that. Inconsistencies with VAR is just too much. That's it on the review on the big game. And of course, that's it also on the first lap of the show. We'll take this time out now and return with the second lap.
All right.
Now, a smile, they say, is the one language or expression that is recognized globally, except for money, of course.
Ego. And hopefully, we can extend our smiles to you this morning with the hope that it lights up your day.
Yes, indeed. Good morning once again, and welcome to the second hour here of the most exciting entertainment breakfast show on Nigerian TV. Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. Remember, every edition of the show has been carefully curated for your viewing pleasure. The question is today...
Well, who is going to let me, it's who's going to suck me. Yeah, I didn't say that right. I was supposed to say it with a bit of...
Somebody stop me. Okay, so you know that line, right?
Yeah, I do. It's from The Mask.
Ah, he got it. He got it.
Tell you guys what, take control of your own situation. Don't wait for another person to, you know, be the one to help you do that. It's your life, after all. And even if it's close to the end of the year, you still have about 2 weeks to take control.
Yes, indeed. You have the power to say, this is not how the story is going to end.
No.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, you can use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a big part of the best breakfast show on television.
Yeah, big shout out to our e-community. A lot of people already chatting, saying hi. Hey, we're waving right back at you. And you can watch as well from anywhere in the world with our mobile app. You can just download that from either Google Play or iOS.
You remember, it's still 12 days of Christmas giveaway. We're giving out so much in the show. All you need to do is keep listening. We'll tell you exactly how you can be a winner. And congratulations to all the winners from last week. We've still got quite a ways to go. Stay tuned. Now, what else do we have to tell?
Yeah, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, TikTok. We're on all those platforms. Except for one, but it's at TVC Connect. And recently we had an experience of one of the most beautiful places you can find on the planet.
Yes, we did.
Lacampine Tropicana.
Oh.
Can you say it 5 times?
Lacampine Tropicana. We'll tell you, or we'll show you a video for exactly how much fun we had while we were there. So you just keep watching, okay?
Mr. Mungi Kuruti, the general manager, is... you know what? It's all about having loads of fun today.
That's a beautiful office, by the way.
Starting one business is hard enough. Multiple?
Multiple, yeah. So, over the weekend, quite a lot of stuff happened, but there was one that caught my attention. Tenny and her ex-record label boss, Shizzy. Shizzy, who, of course, we know him for, he has produced a number of hits for Davido. You know, good, wonderful producer, I must say. Everything was going on cool. I mean, they left amicably. It was an amicable, you know.
Or so we thought.
Well, yeah, split. It was quite amicable because she paid out her contract to Travel. But then Case, which is one of her biggest songs ever, you know, she said something on social media. You know, people just catch a stray bullet anyhow. And spoke about how people are using other people. And then Shizzy comes with some receipts and says, hey, come, look, you used me, you took Case from me. We worked on Case together. But then you left and then you got another person to reproduce without giving me credit.
Yeah. He also shared
the audio.
Wow.
Yes, he said you didn't give me credit. I needed whatever was credit for being a part of that song, for being part of the production process. The other producer who did it also brought receipts to say that he actually worked on the song before Shizzy. So there's a whole lot of back and forth, calling each other out.
But that's a big song, so I understand why there's a tussle for it. But the truth is, we probably won't really know all the details of what happened behind the scenes anyway.
But you know something, you know why everybody's very particular about intellectual property now, especially when it comes to music, it's because of the big streaming royalties that are coming.
And the numbers, exactly.
Because you can sit down and you can make money way into your 50s, 60s when it comes to royalties. So that credit that he's talking about, it's a big deal. For
it is
every
a big deal.
takeover that comes for every stream.
At every point in time now, with the way it is going, everything should be on contract on paper. If I leave you, or if we do leave, what happens to this song? What happens to this? So it should be written down.
So hopefully they'll sort that out, you know, soon enough. Because since you said they did split amicably in the first place, hopefully all that is already documented. But I wish we could continue with this one. But let's see what the case is with the weather.
Welcome back, and it's the second hour. Let's do the news once again. We start in Kaduna State, where the death toll from Sunday's attacks on communities in Giwa local government area has risen to 38. Now, the State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aronwa, released a second statement on Sunday confirming the death toll increase. After earlier report of 20 casualties, the 3 villages involved in the attack are Koranfawa, Marke, and Reheya. Gunmen were said to have invaded the villages between Saturday and Sunday morning and opened fire on residents. Several houses, trucks, and cars were also burnt, along with agricultural produce at various farms. Now, following the recent military operations sustained in the eastern axis of Sokoto State, Governor Aminu Tambuwal has commended security agencies for successes recorded in engaging bandits, particularly in the eastern flank bordering Zamfara State and Niger Republic. He also applauded the synergy and cooperation of all the agencies and all they have exhibited so far, urging them to continue to work closely with each other in tackling the challenges the state is faced with. The governor reassured his administration's unwavering commitments to continue to partner all agencies and security agencies in the task of re-establishing of peace in Sokoto State and the country at large. On to Delta State now, where the police in Delta have dispelled rumors that the traditional ruler of Okpanam in Oshimiri North, a local government area, Michael Mbanefo Ogbulu, was abducted. The people and chiefs of the kingdom are apprehensive of the whereabouts of their traditional ruler, who last attended church service yesterday morning but never returned home. Now, the police public relations officer, Edafe Bright, says the royal father was arrested by the operatives of the Force Headquarters Criminal Investigative Department and not abducted as insinuated by the people of Okpanam.
We woke up this morning and discovered that our traditional ruler had been adopted at the Okpanam roundabout when he was coming back from church service this morning. He went for 6 o'clock service, closed at about 8. As he was driving, he was blocked at the Okpanam roundabout and dragged out and put inside a Sienna car. And they zoomed off. So up till now, we've not heard from him. But there are some information that came that said police, this and that. If it is a police arrest, police will have served him with police invitation.
We're searching for him and we want him back as soon as possible. We know of the incessant kidnappings and killings of monarchs recently in Imo State and various other states. We don't want this to happen again.
Rumor has it that His Royal Majesty, the Ogwani of Okpanam, was today abducted. The command wishes to debunk it completely, because he was not abducted, rather, he was arrested by operative from the Force CID, Force Headquarters, Abuja. The command only...
And that's as much as we can take inside the news for the second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. Now, rumor has it that plenty is happening inside of the kitchen, and we can already smell all of that. Titi, we can't wait to taste whatever it is going on in there. Please do tell us what you guys are up to.
Yes. I would like to debunk that rumor because it is the truth. We have Chef Yvelle here, and she's making her special, unique coconut rice. And we've been holding on so you could see the process of putting this goat meat on the heat here. But you parboiled the goat meat earlier on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get frying.
We just get a little bit fried.
So she's frying the goat meat right now. Right now. Woo. So it might interest you to know that it is coconut oil that is sizzling in that pan, meaning that we are sticking with that theme of coconutty flavor and aroma. And I've actually never fried, or should I say deep fried with coconut oil before. I was just a bit worried about it because, you know, with olive oil, you're not supposed to deep fry.
Yes.
So apparently, well, the rumor is it will explode. I've never witnessed it.
This is not even deep fried.
Shallow.
Shallow fry.
But coconut oil actually fries.
Yes,
like, really?
It does.
Really? gives you an interesting aroma, though.
So let's see what's going on with our rice.
Yeah, the rice. While we were away, we put together the stock of the goat meat, added it to coconut milk. There's crayfish in there. There's also stockfish.
That's dry fish.
Yes, and then there's edges.
You have some shrimp in there.
Yes.
So
all that in there.
Goes in with stir, and it's almost ready.
So this is Chef Ibel's special coconut rice. It's really unique. I've never seen it done like this before. The dry fish, the stockfish, all in the coconut milk, boiled together with the crayfish and flavors, and that's been used to cook the rice. Now, there's also Himalayan salt in there. I have never used Himalayan salt before today.
Pink salt.
And I was actually, so it's pink salt, right? Yeah. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised because the amount of salt I put in there, I was a bit worried.
Did you?
Yes. I was a bit worried. I was worried. Don't worry, but when I tasted it later, yeah, it tasted good. Don't worry. I was worried. I was like, oh, what did I do?
But I was wondering what went, the salt went.
Oh, it went. It disappeared.
Okay, this is ready. This is just ready.
All right. All right.
This is ready.
Don't worry. So, I tasted it immediately to find out what I had done. But you'll be fine.
Almost there, but we don't need to stir to avoid it being burnt.
Oh, okay.
So let the water dry up.
So stirring causes burning?
Yeah, so once you stir it,
it
burns.
Okay, okay. Well, Chef Ibel is hard at work here, and we have to take a quick break. Don't worry, I'm going to be monitoring this goat meat to make sure that Mike Mexicano comes nowhere near it. But you need to stay right there. There's still much more on Wake Up Nigeria.
And welcome inside our SME segment here this morning for a Monday, penultimate week in 2021. And we have a very, very bubbly, exciting guest here with us. Bouquet Empire is a parent company for brands such as our Lounge Collection, Hair Planet, Bouquet Travels and Tours and Logistics, Clear Shots, Simply Casuals. The list goes on. Now, Bumi Obakoya is the Chief Executive Officer, and she'll be sharing with us her, well, how she built this empire. And you are welcome here, Bumi.
Thank you.
First of all, I think you're a very bubbly person, like I said from before. You obviously don't have any nervousness about being on television.
Oh, no.
So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Bouquet Empire. Okay. First off, it is a conglomerate. And it's situated in a very unique environment. And that's what I want to talk about.
Right.
How placing your business in certain environments actually helps boost. It could be the make or break of that business. First off, tell us about Bouquet Empire, all the different little businesses that you run.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. My name is Bumi Obakoya. I'm the CEO of Bouquet Empire. And Bouquet Empire, we have it in University Road. I started my business when I was in primary 6.
Wow.
Yes. My father was an industrialist. So when I was going to school, I pick up some big notes, put it in my bag, and keep it to my teacher to sell.
Nice.
Yeah. So I started with Simply Casuals, actually, in University of Lagos.
Okay.
So from Simply Casuals, Set Plus came up, Diffuser Nigeria came up, Ewa Loge Collection came up, Bouquet Travels and Talk came up, Bouquet Empire now brought up all the names I have in with my name. You know, now we have Bouquet Lounge. Yeah, Bouquet Lounge is the new baby.
Okay.
Yeah, we're coming up with Bouquet Lounge on the 26th of this month, Boxing Day, for the grand opening.
Yeah.
You know, God has been so faithful. Campari is partnering with us.
That's fantastic.
You know, yeah, Campari is our brand.
I wanted to talk about how you were able to build all these little businesses and why you chose the environment you chose, which is it's a university. How has that helped your business?
It has really helped my business. When I was in school, I was a student at University of Lagos, philosophy. And when I was in school, up artist comes into my store and said to me, I have to sponsor them. So I sponsor, and when they're on stage, they mentioned Simply Casuals. Gradually, we started building Simply Casuals. And when we're on break, because I've made my name, you know, I've impacted in a lot of students, you know, a lot of upcoming artists.
Yeah.
I've impacted in them also. And you see, whenever they want to buy stuffs, they can leave all the way to come to, you know, then there was not even social media.
Yeah.
There was no Instagram. There was nothing. but they still show me the love, coming all the way to patronize me because I've actually impacted in their business and in their life also.
Now, very
so
interesting.
They said to me that I won't take your money to another store. I'll bring back your money, even when if you're
return customers.
Business,
that's very beautiful.
Even if we're on break, even if you're on strike, they still come back to me.
So obviously, you have a way of keeping your customers, and that is because of how you've impacted their lives, and that is very unique. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the fact that you started from when you were very young. For anybody out there who's watching our SME segment, and this is what we do here inside of the SME segment, we try to also impact people by telling them that if you can do it, hey, you out there can also do it. You started from what? Age 6, you said.
I started from primary 6.
Primary 6, rather.
Yeah, not
now,
age 6.
Yeah, that would have been that would be child labor.
No, primary 6.
Primary 6.
Yeah.
But however, did you set out to get Bouquet Empire from when you started, or were these things just part of the journey?
No.
For the person who's watching,
was not actually at the back of my mind before, but when things were rolling up.
So that's the thing now. How did you know which business to go into next? For the person who's watching who's thinking, oh, I'm good at maybe making nails. What can I do to expand my empire like you have? How did you treat that journey? What made you think that, oh, this will be a next endeavor? This will be the next best endeavor?
Well, anyway, I'm very, very aggressive in business. I think ahead. As I'm finishing one, I'm picking up another one. I don't know what I'm going to pick up after Bouquet Lounge right now, but I know something is going to come up. We're still going to add to that. Yeah.
How does one know? How does one know what to look into next?
Well, it depends on what you want to do in life. For me, I want to keep growing. I want to keep growing. I want to keep growing in life. I'm not going to stop with Bouquet Empire. Do you understand? If you're not making money, you will not think this way. Because I'm making the money.
That's good.
Do you understand? And I want to also invest the money. I don't want the money to just be in my account.
Okay.
I want to use my profits, do you understand, and invest more. I can just wake up tomorrow and say to myself, okay, let's do this. Before you know it, I've registered the company, I've started the business again. So that's it.
Yeah, but it does take a unique sense to actually decide that this is going to be a good business.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about impacting lives. Now, obviously, you've impacted the lives of your customers. How about the lives of the people who work, or rather, who work for you? How many people work for you? How has it grown throughout the years?
Okay. As I speak with you, I have 34 staffs under me.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I've impacted in my staffs. My staff loves me so much because I'm a cheerful giver.
So let's call one of them. So we're going to be calling, I'm joking.
Yeah, you can call. We can. At least to my name, I've sent 4 of my staffs abroad on vacation.
Impressive. Because you do have Bouquet Travels.
Yes, I'm a travel consultant as well. So we've gone on vacation together and we came back. And they're still with me. I have staff with me for 11 years. Nice. I have 12 years. I have 10 years.
Oh, that's large. Now, you have all these businesses in the same space.
Yes.
How has that impacted your success?
Oh, it has really impacted my success.
Would you advise that people do that as well?
Yes, I would
use that as a model.
To do that because it's very, very, very important and it has impacted in my business. I've been believing God for 12 years that I want to have my company in just one spot. Do you understand? And I got it on Unilag Road, off University Road, Bariki Suyede. Okay. You know, it's very, very, very good to have your business in one place that you can monitor. If I'm not in the store, I can monitor all on my iPad.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm abroad, I can see what's going on in my company.
Okay, so that also helps because you have everything in one place.
Everything in one place,
just,
yes.
You know,
so I don't need to start running
up and down, crossing Lagos here and there just because you want to monitor different businesses.
And makes you coordinate your business.
Okay, so for a starter, how long do you think it will take someone to get to where you are? I know you started in primary 6. You're a unique case. But if I was to say that I would like to invest in a business that could grow as fast and as big as yours has, how long am I looking at? And how would you encourage me to start? Where do I start from?
Well, When I started my business...
I think you're a unique case, so I'll go back to you again. I'm joking. Go on.
When I started my business, the country was very, very good. But right now...
It's tough.
It's tough. You can imagine dollar at that time was about 60 naira or 80 naira per dollar. But now we're buying dollar 500 and something. So it's not going to be easy for someone to start now and get to where I am in a couple of 1 year or 2 years. It's not going to be easy at all. But they can still get it done. It can still be done. If you're determined in whatever you want in life, you can get it done.
Now, do you source most of your products from Nigeria, or do you have to go from outside the country?
I have to go outside the country for the diffuser business. We get it from Italy.
Okay.
Yeah. Then for the fashion outlet, we get it from America, Turkey.
Okay. So for the beginner, how do they also have to go that length to get their products, or can they start from here?
They do not need to go abroad.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I said to my friends, and you want to start business with 100,000 naira, you can start a business.
That's what we want to hear.
If you're determined on what you want to do. I've got a couple of, I don't want to mention their names, I've got a couple of people I've encouraged when I was in Unilag.
Okay.
They come to my store with 50,000 naira, and I can give them 100 tops to go and sell in the hostel. The 50,000 naira they're giving me is not what they're picking from me. But after selling, they come back with my balance and take more stuff. As I speak with you, I have someone in Port Harcourt right now. She has 2 stores in Port Harcourt.
She started from
Simply Casuals.
Wow.
By taking 100 tops, go to MTH to go sell, come back, drop the balance, and...
So you've used that environment, the university environment, to build your business and also encourage people. So that's a thriving environment to actually do business. Obviously, there's so many businesses you can do. You've got all of these businesses, and that have all thrived because they are, annexed to the university environment. How much more advantage can one take as perhaps maybe even a student from this environment? How much more can they do? What else could they do inside of this environment?
There's a lot they can do in that environment. Do you understand? You see, you need to watch the environment where you are, and business that is actually okay in Unilag area is consumable business.
Consumable business.
Consumable business is what you know they're going to take, and they also come back. Okay. Like water business.
Interesting.
Food business. For Bouquet Lounge now, we have food, we have a kitchen.
Because people must eat.
They must eat.
people must drink water. So if you take advantage of the basic needs of people, well, not really take advantage, but yeah, I mean, for business, you are taking advantage. You will definitely continue to have return businesses, people who need that. Food, shelter, and what else again?
Food, drink.
There's fashion.
Fashion, people. Yeah. Girls like fashion a lot.
Yeah, boys too.
Not all. Not all.
Well, it is...
For guys, I would say 30%.
Okay.
For ladies, 70%. They spend so much money on clothing.
You are a model for business. You have achieved so much. We congratulate you. Bouquet Empire, you call it, and so it is. And well, we look forward to seeing what else you are going to do. We wait to be surprised. And thank you very much for encouraging other people as well to go into business and also helping them out as they go along. We want to encourage you as well. We have this fantastic chef today. She has prepared... I know there's good meat in there somewhere. And guess what? We're definitely going to have to encourage you somehow. And this is how we're going to do it. Because we want to bring you to the kitchen.
Welcome.
Would you take care of our guests, please?
Please, welcome. How you doing? Fine, thank you.
You look good.
Please, thank you.
I love your wig.
Oh, thank you. I love your dress.
Thank you. Simply Casuals.
Simply Casual. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we have Chef Belle in the kitchen with us this morning, and she's put together a very, very special coconut rice. And it is all about you having a taste right now. Once you taste it, you'll be able to tell the chef how great she is. Are we ready?
Yeah,
let's get the cutlery out. And yes, so fantastic. Beautiful. All right. So she's eagerly anticipating your response.
Wow, response. We got some carrots there. We got some gut meat.
Okay.
Some shrimps. Shredded stockfish. And some dry fish, I guess.
Go ahead. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to shrimps.
Okay.
Oh, goodness me.
Okay.
That word allergic gives me goosebumps. Are you sure?
No,
make sure you don't take the shrimps.
Are you sure? Okay. Look on her face. That tells you everything you need to know.
God! Oh my gosh!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
You see the smile on the chef's face.
Yeah.
At this point, we have to wrap it up.
Yep, we have to. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you for being a part of the show. Zeno,
Yes,
what's we doing this week, man? When are we going to see Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait. Perhaps maybe I'm going to go see Spider-Man already today because the way you guys have been talking about it, I can't. You know?
Yeah.
But hey.
So make sure you stay on our social media to find out if you could win and be one of our 12 winners for the 12 days of giveaways this week, this Christmas.
I'll give it a try.
You want to give it a try?
Sure.
Terms and conditions apply.
Oh.
See you tomorrow.